Tuesday's thought. Good morning, Monica. How are you doing?
Good morning, Giyora. It's always a pleasure to spend time with you, and I'm excited about today, particularly our topic.
Our topic today is consequences. So what are your thoughts of consequences?
Well, of course, I speak a lot about decision making. So there's three things about consequences that go through my mind. Is that most of us think about the effort of what we're about to do, rather than thinking about what would happen if we didn't. Is it worth the risk? Why should we be doing it? And does it align with our values? So thinking really about, is it worth this risk? What would happen if we don't do that thing? Does it align with our values? And I always go back to what you feel in your gut, what you know, and what you do. They should all be the same thing. So I think that's really important about consequences. And flag the procrastination. Procrastination is our enemy. What do you think, Giyora?
Well, when I was writing my post about consequences a few weeks ago, I wrote about setting goals and that we need to have consequences in the end, because if we don't have consequences, many times we will not achieve our goals. So that was my angle or my thinking about consequences, that if we set goals, we must have consequences. If we say for example, we want to earn $100,000 a year, what happens if we don't do it? What are the consequences of not achieving that goal? And because we have consequences,
and that's a great motivator, a wonderful motivator if you don't do it. And one thing that was suggested to me was, instead of writing down a goal, write down a must. And again, I speak about the words you say and the stories that you tell. So I remember that post, Giyora. It's a great post. If you're listening or watching and you haven't seen it, you pop onto Giyora's LinkedIn and have a look at it. But if you set this goal, I'm going to do this, if you change that just slightly by saying, I must do this, because as Giyora was saying, you've got to look at what the consequences are if you don't do it.
That's right. Very good. So consequences for setting goals, consequences to understand our decision-making process, and consequences get us to where we want to go. Thank you, Monica. And we will catch up again next week.
Yes, I look forward to next week's Thursday Thoughts, and of course, comments from the listeners and the watchers.
Excellent.
Have a great day.